Let's explore the IFS scoring system. After you've watched this video, you'll have a better understanding of the system and be able to apply this knowledge to your work with IFS. The IFS scoring system is based on three fundamental pillars, which are part of the IFS philosophy. These pillars are continuous improvement, uniformity, and the gradient rating system. And they are all connected. Let's find out exactly what that means. Every IFS requirement can either be scored with fulfillment, as a deviation, or as a nonconformity. Full compliance of a requirement is an A, almost full compliance is a B, a C when part of the requirement is not implemented, and D when nothing is implemented. These letters have corresponding scores. A is 20 points, B is 15 points, 5 points for a C, and a subtraction of 20 points for a D. Now you might be asking, where do you draw the line between full compliance and a deviation? This is where the unique IFS scoring system really shines. All findings are written down in the audit report, but only deviations and nonconformities are added in the action plan. Deviations such as B scores require corrections to be implemented before the IFS certificate is issued. Evidence of implementation needs to be provided to the certification body within a maximum of 4 weeks after the receipt of action plan for completion. IFS auditors are trained to understand the different consequences of deviation and nonconformity and will score requirements accordingly. Nonconformities, the more severe findings, are the second scoring category. If these occur, the company will not initially receive an IFS certificate. However, when only a single major is scored, the company can conduct a follow-up audit in a defined time frame. When the nonconformity is resolved, the company will get the IFS certificate, but with a subtraction of 15% of the total points that the company could have achieved and no possibility of higher level certification. If the end result then drops below 75%, the audit will still be failed. Foundation level is achieved when the score is 75% to less than 95%, and higher level for a total score of equal to or more than 95%. A major can be scored for any requirement when there is a substantial failure to meet the protocols of the standard. These include, but are not limited to, food and product safety, the legal requirements of the production or destination countries, and when a process is out of control which impacts food and product safety. A knockout can only be scored for knockout requirements. These are extremely important requirements that are essential for any IFS certified company. In the IFS food, for example, there are 10 of them. An auditor can only score an A, a B, or a D for these requirements. A D is equal to a knockout, and when this happens, the company will not get a certificate and will have to schedule a new audit. A knockout requirement can be scored as a B deviation with 0 points when a small part is not implemented, if there is no impact on food and product safety, legality, and customer requirements. This brings us to the next pillar of the IFS scoring system, the gradient rating system, through which a company knows exactly the severity of the deviations and nonconformities. Furthermore, because every single deviation is written down in the audit report, the company must implement corrections and corrective actions for each deviation and nonconformity to improve over time. In the next audit, a C can easily be improved to be a B or even an A. IFS auditors will always read the report of the previous audit to check whether the company has implemented the corrective actions properly. And lastly, the scoring system provides a uniform basis for all audit reports. And because readers know what each score means, reports and companies can easily be compared. This is good news for companies because our scoring system is at the heart of every IFS standard and is ultimately the thing that makes working with the standards so easy.